Hi, it's James with Max Muscle Davis County. Thanks for joining us today. This is part of our question and answer series on nutrition, on getting results out of your body. So the question today is posed, can you spot reduce? Many of our customers want to know how they can make their legs look more defined, or their arms, or their back, chest, but it always comes back to one other area very specifically, and it's the abdominal region. We tend to store more fat there naturally because it's closer to our organs. The reality is, though, is you can't spot reduced from pure exercise. Your body is going to pull fat from all different areas at the same rate that it put it on. So if you gain fat in the midsection first and then on your other parts of your body, that's typically the way it's going to come off. It's kind of like just a train going down a track and then backing it right back up. You can't change the way that it works. Fat metabolism and breakdown is very hormonal as well. So your body will use hormones to send out signals to break down fat. So you can't identify a specific fat cell and say, I'm going to train this. So that being said, working out and putting the time and effort into those muscle groups will get you better definition through the fact that the muscles are stronger and more defined behind the fat. Then you lose the fat and then the muscle and the definition is there automatically. That being said, though, we do want to address one area where we do have a little bit of expertise, and that's in the nutrition side of it. So you got to think of fat in the midsection specifically comes on for two reasons. One, stress. Is if we live a life that's very stressful, which in these times probably everybody does, but some people are going to be a little more prone to stress than others. They worry about things they can't control or whatever it may be. But the reality is stress releases a hormone called cortisol, and this hormone is kind of like our warm blanket hormone. It sends out a signal saying we need to protect our body and we need to create more fat around the midsection for the long haul, because cortisol is again a stress hormone, but it comes from the day-to-day grind, not the immediate acute stress that we might get if we found out some bad news or something. So the cortisol, as the levels increase over time, then we're going to start storing fat in our fat cells around our midsection. The interesting thing is that science now knows that fat cells are actually part of the endocrine system. And so as that stress increases, as cortisol increases, those fat cells also start to produce cortisol. And so it makes it even harder for us to not store fat and to lose it from those sections. So the first thing we want to do to not, to have a more defined midsection is to decrease stress. There's a lot of ways of doing that. Exercise itself helps by producing endorphins and things like that, but it also raises cortisol levels. So we just need to be careful that we don't overdo it. Different techniques like yoga or meditation, or if you need it, go to a counselor to talk through your problems. All those things are going to help reduce stress. Now, there is a product I want to discuss today. It's called Cortex, and that product has some ingredients in there that have been shown to help your body deal with the stress better. It doesn't remove it, obviously, but it helps your body respond to it. Ashwagandha root has been used for millennia in helping deal with stress, and it comes from India specifically. Another one is GABA. Now, GABA is I'm trying to remember, a signaling hormone. It's a neurotransmitter, that helps our body just send out a sense of ease to allow us to cope with the things that we're dealing with a little bit better. So highly recommend this. So if we can slow down the process of fat accumulation, then we'll be able to start working on losing it. Which brings up the next product. So CLA, which is a free fatty acid, it actually can go into the fat cells specifically in this area, and has an effect that allows our body to start breaking up the fat that's stored in there. So as that fat is released into the bloodstream, then it can go to working cells to be burned. CLA doesn't target other fat cells the same way that it does the abdominal fat cells. So that's the benefit of taking this. So taking this coupled with reducing the stress will allow you to spot reduce or effectively look at that area of your body more specifically. And so we highly recommend that as well. So CLA with the Cortex can be very effective. Finally, Emerge, which is one of our #1 sellers, has green tea in there. And I know there's mixed feelings on green tea, but the reality is there's some really good ingredients in here that also help effectively burn fat. So if we're able to release the fat, stop storing the fat, and allow us to burn the fat when it's available, we're going to get the best result. So obviously eating right, exercising, reducing our stress, And then taking these particular supplements can definitely aid in getting better results in the gym overall, and specifically in the abdominal region. So we hope you'll visit us soon. We do have specials on these from time to time, and we'd be happy to help you however we can. Until next time, this is James with Max Muscle Davis County.